This is my cheat sheet for Tuesday, January the 10th, also known as the New Hampshire primary days, the first primary in the nation today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the final poll averages, but first, we're going to talk about something else we now can put together historically. I was telling you last week at this time that historically, the average return in the stock market in a presidential election year is 9.7%. Against a little more than an 8% historical average in the stock market. In other words, all things being equal, it generally is a better year for the stock market in a presidential election year anyway. Then if you take into consideration what's called the January effect, and that largely is how the first 5 trading days of a new year go, we can put together a scenario. If historically the first 5 trading days of a new year in a presidential election year are higher than the market closed the year before, and by the way, we are up a little more than 1.5% in the first 5 trading days, historically, the average rate of return has been 14% in those years, with an 82% success rate in so doing. So am I saying that the stock market is definitively going to be higher this year? No, because nobody can do that. Am I saying that it's going to be a 14% return this year? Absolutely not. What I am saying is that sheer analysis, no opinion going into this, using historical factors, there is approximately an 82% chance that the stock market could post a 14% return this year. That's all I'm saying. You do with that what you will. And if Europe goes bust, then I promise you, it probably fits into the 18%. All right, let's talk a little politics now. New Hampshire primary. The final polls are in. I always take a look at the running average. You hear the Real Clear average. I'm happy for my folks at Real Clear, by the way. They've done a great job for years. I'm just noticing some news networks starting to figure out that they average together all the poll numbers and a real good resource. I link to them on my cheat sheet frequently. The running average of the polls, you've got Mitt Romney, no surprise, still with a commanding lead as we enter primary day. Mitt Romney, as it stands now, running average of all the New Hampshire polls, 38%. You then have Ron Paul, who's posting a very distant second. Nobody else is in the 20% range. Ron Paul right now is posting 18%. So right now, we've got Mitt Romney winning by 20 points today. That's obviously quite significant. Also worthy of noting is that Jon Huntsman, who needs a good New Hampshire showing, has moved a little bit over the past few days. He's now up to 13% in third in a running average of these polls. And then you've got Rick Santorum. The news is not as good here because he hasn't been able to carry that Iowa momentum. A lot of people are thinking that he could get a top 3 finish. If the poll numbers right now are a strong indication, that might not happen for him. He is posting right now a 4th place move with just around 11%. And Newt Gingrich, this would be disappointing for him if he did finish 5th, but he's under 10% now in the running average of these polls. And then there's Rick Perry, 1% in New Hampshire. Obviously, he's putting all of his chips in South Carolina. All right, so obviously anything can happen today, but I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that there will be a pretty good-sized Romney win today. The question is, will there be a distinct 2nd place? Will there be a distinct 3rd place? Or will it be Mitt Romney and everybody else in a pack and a few surprises there that would pave a cleaner path, perhaps, for Mitt Romney to win South Carolina as well? And by the way, taking a look at the preview of some of the primary polling in Florida, Mitt Romney has a solid lead here in Florida as well. But we'll talk about more about that after today. That's it for today, the cheat sheet. We shall see you tomorrow.